Turn 25. So I fucked this one up the first time I did the turn. I actually didn't record it, so all the orders will already be in there. But anyway, I'll just re-record it with explaining everything. So I got all my pearls from my request to the world for Astral Pearls to do a dispel. I want to do about 100 pearl dispel based on the turn number and who casts Burden of Time. Burden of Time has a 70 death gem base cost. Relay probably didn't get anybody to give him death gems, except maybe Nazca would have shot all his over as a final fuck you to the world. But even if he did, Nazca only gets like 1 a turn. Relay gets 0. Even if he alchemized everything, I don't see him having a huge overcast. So 101, please, dear God, dispel. So that's what I'm going to push out. So all these pearls together, not including Pythium, 51 from everyone else, and then Pythium agreed to match whatever I agreed to match Pythium with whatever would be needed to push it over 100. So everyone else sent 51, so that means we'll both put in 25. So I'll return his 17 gems, which is the balance, which is right here, and then where's the fucker? Right here. Oops. Oh well, let's redo it. So here's the dispel, leaving me with 23 pearls left. Anyway, 101 pearls, so we're doing exactly what was desired. This guy, oh yeah, let me just go through the turn. Enchantment finished, put everything in construction. I need my lightless lanterns. Abyssia is attacking with his god into Pythium to capitalize on his win the last turn. He's probably just going to take everything back that has his candles on it, because as he is a beast. And then I attacked with my little Hoberg guys, the Mercenaries. These are, I think, probably one of my favorite troop mercenaries in the entire game, because they're just they're amazing. I love Hobergs. First off, they got 19 defense. That's a lot of freaking defense for just a normal troop with no bless, and it's not cavalry. It's got normal shields, so if you roll a 14 or less, you miss completely. If you roll a 15 to 19, you hit his shield. And he's got plate mail. So these little guys, and they're 6 per square, so you're not going to get... It's going to be hard to randomly hit the same guy enough times to kind of push their defense down. So they're little monsters in melee. It's really hard to kill them with anything but exceptional units. They do die to arrows. They only have 5 HP. But watch what they do this. Okay. They took no damage. Cut through the militia. No damage. Cut through the militia again. No damage. Cutting through the heavy infantry. The only damage they're taking is from arrows. They've taken 0 damage in melee. And they're going to cut these archers apart. Okay, this guy hit 1 time, and he's 13 attack skill. He's the only guy who hit, and the only reason he did is because they're getting tired. But then they kill everyone. Fuckers are amazing. There needs to be a Hoberg nation, in my opinion. I lost 1, probably to an arrow. So they're completely intact. And then I combined... Oh. And then there was a battle in Ulm. This was the big battle. He attacked into me, which is disastrous for him. Because I get first turn. First turn with crossbows. Firing into stuff. Wearing... What do these guys have? Like ringmail? Oh, scale Hauberg. So they have 13 defense, or 13 prot, or how many is it? 13 body prot, 16 head, 15 HP, and he's got bless, nature, and earth. So with a bless, they've got the plus 4 more prot, plus a bunch of HP. So they're a lot more robust after a bless. But on the first turn, I'm shooting, not him. No bless, and boom! Look at that. They just tore these guys apart. Tons of damage to everybody. Big holes in his lines. That's really bad. So now even if he blesses, his guys are already all fucked up, and he's got poor research. So he's throwing rocks at my decoys, which I'm cool with. That's why these guys exist. Go ahead and throw rocks at me. Go for it, dude. Blessing. Here come the fire clouds. I'm out of fire gems, but since I got that first turn, I figured it wasn't important enough, or it wasn't going to be close enough for me to need to withdraw to get those fire gems in order to flaming arrows, because I'm gonna win without them. They don't have shields. So fire clouds are going in. So Fire Cloud is not that powerful, but it's got a good AoE, lights guys on fire, although he's got cold dominion, so it's not going to be a big deal, and it does heat fatigue. Mostly I just want it to kind of burn his guys up as they attack me, and then burn them up as they run away, because they're going to run away. So he's doing more blesses. My poor mercenaries are getting torn to pieces. That's kind of their thing. What is this guy doing? Oh my god. Okay, so that's what happened. Okay. So Ol made a big mistake here. He has the Fenris Pelt, which is an artifact that he must have gotten from something. Jesus, I don't even know. Either found it on an indie or got a really lucky event, although he doesn't even have luck, so that would be a huge combination of like a luck event or a luck province plus getting that event. So it's extremely unlikely that he got this. But he has it on his Prophet, and it auto berserks you, so he cannot cast Divine Blessing. But he will charge forward into melee, which he's doing an excellent job right here. So basically he's delivering an artifact to me, which is ideal. I'm assuming I'm going to kill this guy. And then, yeah, I'll salvage the Fenris Pelt. So that's how I got that. We got Fire Clouds coming in every other turn. A huge, horrible crossbow volley will slam into his guys and splat. Look at all those fuckers getting killed. They're having a bad day. It's a very bad day for Ulm. Half of them just routed. He does have them split into multiple squads, which is how you're supposed to do it. So when one routes, it's not a big deal. But they're just taking too much damage. They're not going to survive this. I did accidentally. These mages were too far forward. I should have had them back like 2 more squares, so they were in the crossbows, not in front of the crossbows. But that's okay. I will pay my 370 idiot tax for putting my mages in the wrong spot. Because the battle is overall a crushing victory for me. So the wolf ate my mage from Howl. Howl's good. And there are also probably wolves in the back being annoying. They can't really hurt my crossbows very well. But they would wreck my mages, which that one did. Mages suck at fighting and they get eaten by dogs. That crossbow was apparently chasing after him in melee. He either had an arm missing, so he couldn't fire his crossbow, or he was dumb, and that was natural selection at work. Either way is fine. And then they'll take pot shots as the guys run away. And the end result, crushing victory. I lost my 2 mages that I had in the wrong spot. Other than that, though, some militia, a couple of blockers, 20 crossbows that were towards the front. Don't care about them. I mean, 220 out of 260, that's nothing. More blockers, my ablative mercenary armor, and Jaguar Charter. So I lost nothing of real value except these 2 mages, which was due to my own bad positioning, so I deserved it. And Ulm lost a lot. He lost most of his sacreds, and the rest that routed. What mostly routed? So it looks like 30 sacreds or 40 sacreds routed. Some archers, warrior maidens. So mostly it was the surviving sacreds and some warrior maidens that ran away, and most of everything else was killed, including his prophet, which is the one who delivered Fenris Pelt to me. Thank you, Ulm. I love that item. Now I have autocast Howl, except my guy, who is the gooniest motherfucker you've ever seen. Look at this guy. Morbidly obese, carrying a dark cloak of mystery. He just needs a fedora and he's complete. So his fat ass will be carrying this cloak into battle. I have his butt in the back row, so he'll get stuck behind my crossbows and not actually run into melee, because like an actual goon, his physical prowess in actual combat is limited, and he'll just get destroyed. So I want him in the back to howl and do nothing else. If I lose a battle, he will probably suicide and kill himself, which is unfortunate, but I just can't lose a battle. That's not allowed. So I'll lose this item, which is an extremely good item. So, Jesus, there was no PD here. If I'd had scouts, I could have scout capped all this shit, which would have been great. Or at least some of it, because apparently he didn't have any PD up here. I don't know if he has PD around here. We'll find out. Jesus coming back here to intercept if he tries to group these, because he routed most of his commanders. So if he gets those guys, he could group these up and go raiding. If he goes this way, he'll die. Yeah, Jesus will come in and do the Jesus maneuver, which is the flanking attack on both sides. So unless he puts his commander in his troops, which is bad against crossbows but good against knights, he'll die horribly. At least one group of knights will get in the back and probably kill the commander, rout him, and then I can sweep up all the sacreds as they try to run away. But if he's raiding me, like if I was him, he basically just lost right there. He's fucked. I would go out in spitefully. That's how I always go out. So I would just start raiding with stuff, be as annoying as possible. So I'm leaving, what was it, 80 crossbows plus the hauberks here, plus what's left of the monkeys to hold the siege, and then I'm moving out to capture his land, and then lock him into his forts. Nazca's AI, I attacked with one of my knight groups, and as you can see, it's not even going to be close here. Got the knights coming in, killing the PD, and they die at the end. Burden of time, fucking me over. You'll see I have some mages walking around here. This guy's walking up here. What's the other guy? I have another one. There he is. He's walking up there. They're chasing after disease healer check because they need her to not die. She's going up there to claim and search. And do I have any other disease? This guy's just got like parts falling off. That's normal for grandmasters. Parts falling off is okay as long as their brain works. I don't really give a shit. This guy found sights. It's a throne, so many-sided. I get +1 earth, +1 astral. Both are very useful. I'm going to have to, unfortunately, maintain some astral to dispel burden of time when Relay recasts it, because you know damn well he's going to. And then the earths, I will probably use all of these to make crystal matrices to stick other mages into my communions, such as spring mages, which is why I need to cap this so I can recruit these. A2N1, very useful mage. Even out of a communion, they can do Aerofend on turn 1 with 2 gems. Aerofend is a really good spell. Also, I think when I claim it, it gives me some air gems. Yeah, 1, which is enough. I don't need many to do the spells I want to do. Later, I would obviously like to do Fog Warriors or Mass Flight or other cool stuff, but for now, just that little trickle to start trying to build a pile is useful. Here, I'm attacking this throne. What is this? 101 crossbows plus some blockers, flaming arrows. They're just going to do what they did to the other throne and do the same result, hopefully. I don't remember what throne this is. I don't think I actually sent a spy there, so I don't get to see it. This guy is tagging along with this guy. So after they're done here, they can move on and lab this. So I can make Jade Sorceresses forever. That's useful. They provide paths that I don't have access to, or more paths, a higher level in paths that I do have, such as they'll random me into N2, that random me into Water 2, they'll random me into Death, which is very useful. I don't care about their Earth randoms, won't be that useful, but all the other ones are. Having another death mage will be great, so if I ever fucking find a death site with my god, and she can make a skull stick or whatever, and these guys can do some death tasks instead of having my god tied up. And then over here, of course, I've got Lizard Shaman, so I want those too, so I'm going to send these guys up here to lab and temple all this stuff, so I can make Lizard Shamans and the Sorceresses. I'm going to skip out on the Hobergs. They're neat little guys, but I have enough indies that provide nature to not really need them. They do random water and earth, but guess what? So do the Jades, and they do it better. So I'll get those instead. What else was I doing? Yeah, just moving stuff around. Nazca, the AI Nazca got a Vine Ogre event that sieged his fort here. I might bump into these. He'll probably win if I do, but you know, it happens. I've got India Blade of Armor. The Archer Mercs that I won, so I don't know. If I bump, I'll do some damage, but he'll probably win. Although these are the little militia equivalents, so I might actually win. Not terribly likely, but whatever. The Knights will continue their march. I'm just going to clean up all this that Python doesn't get. And yeah, so I'm just cleaning up Ulm, cleaning up what I can get from Nazca, even though I did almost none of the work to actually kill Nazca. I fucked up and accidentally took a high gold province, and then the turn before I started attacking with Knights, he AI'd. So I guess he knew what was coming and decided that it wasn't worth it. And I think that's basically what I'm doing. Just prioritizing trying to get up to what was I getting? Lanterns. I need lanterns. And then after I have lanterns, I can start filling in some blanks here. Thou 1 will get up to Evo 5, so I can do Falling Fires, which is better in general than Fire Cloud. It's better AoE and it scales, so, or it's better AoE when it scales. So if I communion up just a small number of slaves underneath, like if I do 4 to 4, 4 Witch Hunter on top, 4 Witch Hunter on bottom, and then do Phoenix Power, they will be throwing AoE 5 Falling Fires pretty easily. And you can do pretty well top loaded with those. And I've also got Nature 9, so I'm turbo communioning out of the box with these mages, since all my horribly expensive mages are sacred. Here I'm recruiting more knights for another raiding force to go try and clean up some of this land. And then more crossbows here. Just make crossbows forever. And then I have a fort completing here. Why was I forting this? Oh, it's really high gold. It's kind of in a good position for me, and it will help hold my Dominion over here against this fucking Kit Fox and his temple spam and all his stupid Dominion score. Although, fuck no, I don't want Drain 3. No, I do not want Drain 3. So if he didn't have this, I would actually be okay, because he's got Luck 3. I'm okay with Luck. I'm not okay with Drain. So I will need to preach, if necessary, to keep his Dominion off my research centers, because I do not want that. My guys only make, was 11 RP? It's not very high. Yeah, so Drain 3 would ruin their efficiency, and they're already not efficient. Looks like Relay actually pushed him off here. Either that or he withdrew. I don't know. I don't know if he pieced out with Relay, which would be kind of insane, because Relay just did Burden of Time, and that fucks him pretty badly. Or what's happening. I'm assuming he'll come back and he'll take this. Relay cannot stop massed longbows and crossbows on land. Not until much later. My scout got patrolled out here, moving more scouts around, and I think that's pretty much all I did this turn. Hopefully next turn I'll try not to screw up horribly and record a 20-minute video with no sound. Anyway, that is turn, what, I think 25?